Oh, see, I was so into the beat. I was, I was into the
I
beat.
felt
I
like I
didn't know
was
we were
like
here.
marching down the field. Like it's
Of
giving
course,
drum major. Like I'm
listen, we must always give a shout out
always
to Dr. Roberto Burton.
the incomparable.
Because,
Listen,
man. Okay, so let me see if I have myself together for the show. Because it's always like that running in here with skates on.
listen.
Well, good evening, everybody.
Good
Good evening, good day, good
evening.
morning, whatever time you're watching this.
Season
Thank
two,
you
if you're
so
watching this on
much.
the replay.
Season
Two.
two, season two, doing the doctorate podcast. I am Dr. Kesslin, host of the podcast. So thankful that you are here. I am an educator. Woo, I could not get it out.
Yes,
Lord.
you are.
I'm a doctoral coach. I'm a higher ed educator, administrator. I am an author and a presenter, trainer, speaker. So thankful to be here hosting this show. But y'all already know that in season two, I don't do it alone. I am so
Hey.
thankful to have Dr. Oh, wait, I must give you your props. Early education
Oh,
teacher
I
extraordinaire,
appreciate it.
author, because she's working on a book. She just sent it out. Author,
So good.
presenter, the incomparable Dr. O. Hey! Oh!
Oh,
Hey!
oh,
What's up? Oh, how you doing? How
I
you
am good.
doing?
I'm good. Good evening, everyone. I had a great week of rest, and now it's time to get ready to get moving. So,
I did not have a great week of rest, but
well,
I
you
had a
were
great week of
busy.
work.
You were busy doing
Yeah,
what doctors do.
I am so thankful to have the opportunity to do what doctors do. I
There
want to
it
thank, who am I thanking this week? I want to
is.
thank Southern Adventist University. I didn't say that last week, but thank you so much for inviting me to share with you about. We did a whole weekend of DEI, diversity work with Southern University and Oakwood University. So that was really cool.
Nice.
And I want to thank my former student. She's so amazing. We were colleagues and students. Miss Eva Ford for inviting me to share with the inaugural social work wealth conference.
Yes.
Social work wealth. You better go,
Yes.
Eva Ford.
I
You
love
did that.
I love that.
Yeah, so go to the website. She has some work that's continuing. Social work wealth. We want to support. We want to support their work. Thank you, Dr. Kathy Purnell, for inviting me to
Yes.
share with Deep. Oh my goodness! And then, gosh, what week is this? And then there was the amazing honor of Dr. Fraser. I have to keep talking
Yeah,
about
you
her.
talked
She
about that
is
last week.
the reason that
It's
many of us are
awesome.
social workers. So it's been a busy season. CSWE APM presentations. It's cool. It's
I
cool.
love
I'm
it.
so thankful that
I
I get
love
to
it.
do what doctors
Woo,
do.
woo! Listen, y'all jump in this water. It's warm.
It's
This water
warm.
is warm. So
It's
jump
warm.
on
It's
in. Jump
warm.
on in.
So, this season we've been talking about the doctoral community, and we don't want to
Absolutely.
keep this information by it to ourselves.
No.
So, make sure that you like, share, follow, subscribe on all of our social medias: IG, Facebook, I said Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, X. Twitter,
Yeah.
X. We are everywhere. Follow me at Dr. Kesslin. Follow Dr. O at STEM Early, because we both enjoy and are thankful to be doing the work of
Absolutely.
doctors. So,
Absolutely.
the show today, we start every show with a thought.
Yes.
And our thought for the day is about fear. Many of us have fear. So, if you have fear, this is for you.
Yes.
The fear of flaws can be debilitating. But just remember, every masterpiece has flaws during production.
Yep.
Keep writing.
Keep writing.
Persist, right? The fear of flaws can be debilitating, but just remember that every masterpiece has flaws
Yes.
during production. Keep writing.
Right.
Or doing whatever you're doing if you're trying to get better. Keep
going.
Keep going. A lot of us stop. We stop mid masterpiece. None of us are perfect. We are in the process of being perfected, right? We're in the process. So if we're not perfect, how is our dissertation going to be perfect on the first
It's not.
round? It's not.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
not.
So don't let the fear of imperfections stop you.
Yeah.
Keep
writing.
going.
Keep going.
Writing. Your why is leading you forward. That's another training that I do about your why. What's your motivation? Your why. Let your why keep you going when you feel like stopping and when the fear feels like it has a hold on you. Doc, your thoughts?
So this is a great one. You always start with a great one.
Thank
but
you.
I wrote some things down when you sent it to me. And I wrote this down.
Wait. Oism. Check it. Oism. Go ahead.
You ready?
I know it's going to be good.
You got your pens?
Listen, I'm ready.
Okay. Don't let disappointment disciple you. Don't let fear form you. Don't let grief guide you. And never let tragedy or trauma train you.
Say it again.
Don't let disappointment disciple you. Don't let fear form you. Don't let grief guide you. And never let tragedy and trauma train you.
Are you writing a book of oisms?
I am not, but maybe I should.
You need to go back and listen to all of the previous podcasts, every last one of them. And I need you to write down. Listen, do you see Dr. Jones, the producer? He's shaking his head. I don't know what you will need to do with them, but we need to call them Dr. Oisms. For real.
Yeah.
That was good.
Because many of us are frustrated by our own potential. And many of us emphasize our error. Yeah. And so we allow that frustration and that error to form the lens in which we move forward. And we can't do that. And that's why getting in a community is so important. Because if you don't get in a community, you will let your disappointments disciple you. You will let your fears form you. You will let your grief guide you. And you will let the tragedy and trauma that comes through this process train you, instead of being able to properly, always say it, you have to have a disappointment management plan. Because you're going to be disappointed. So when it happens, how are you going to manage the disappointment? How are you going to navigate the fear and do it anyway? How are you going to process the grief that comes with the loss of friends, the loss of the FOMO and all that stuff that happens? And then the traumas that happen that are inevitably brought up as a result of our research, because some of our research and some of our passion is because of what we've gone through.
Absolutely.
Right?
Much of it.
So that trauma will resurface. And so how do you transmute the trauma into resilience? You can't do that alone. And so the fears are coming, the disappointment is coming. We talked about all those things. Yeah. And I think we talked about last week about having the right people with the right heart posture.
Yes.
But you too have to have the right heart posture.
Yes.
Right? It's not just always about other people. It's about you as well. And so I feel like getting in the community will help you navigate these things, which are, here's the thing, it's coming. Like the disappointment, it's coming.
Yes.
The grief, and it may not be the grief of a loss of a life, but listen, you have to grieve losing opportunities to go on vacation and to go party. I think you talked about a couple episodes ago where you were at a family reunion.
Yes.
And you had to be
I was writing.
You were writing. So
my family was coming in at 3, 4, and 5 in the morning, and I was like,
and you were like,
have fun?
Yeah. I mean, the FOMO is real.
Yeah.
So again, if you don't have a community to help you navigate those things, you will be in that percentage of people who don't finish.
Yes.
And we don't want that for you. No. It won't be me.
It won't be me. Put it in the chat. It won't be me. It won't be me. I will finish.
Will not be a statistic. Yeah. Not that kind.
So it's so cool that you said that. I was walking this morning because I'm trying to be on my health thing. I was walking this morning. I was like, that's my prayer time. I was like, God, what is holding me in this area? And what came to me was a fear. And I said, a fear of what? And it was a fear of success.
Oh, yeah.
That's real. So some of us are held by our fear of failure, and some of us are held by a fear of
Yeah.
success. And they are the opposite sides of the same coin.
Same coin.
So we got to deal with it.
We have to.
I like the fact that you said we have to have a disappointment plan. That's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. Well, thank you, O. The Oism 101. Maybe we're at 301 now.
I think that's so funny.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we don't have a doctor to shout out this week because there was no nomination. So if you have a nomination for a
Please.
doctor on duty, please send it to us. We would love to shout
Mhm.
out the doctors. But we did get a question this week.
Mhm.
And this is a question that many, 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 many people can relate to. Ask the doctors, ask the doctors. Here's the ask the doctor question. This person says, I'm writing this dissertation and I'm super frustrated.
Mm.
Where can I get the support that I need? I'm
Oh,
tired and feel like quitting.
oh.
I'm writing the dissertation and I'm super frustrated. Where can I get the support that I need? I'm tired and feel like quitting.
DrKesslin.com.
drkesslin.com. So in reality, there are doctoral, well, there are dissertation coaches, and then there are some doctoral coaches. I call myself a doctoral coach because I'm with you from beginning to end, right? From beginning to end. There are things, there are nuggets, strategies that you can use at the beginning of your, even before entering your doctoral process.
Amen.
That will help the dissertation be less stressful. I help you through that. But then some people come to me when they're writing the dissertation because they feel just like you, frustrated. And wanting to quit. And God has given me a gift of being able to simplify the complicated. I'm like, have you thought about doing it this way? And they're like, that makes so much sense. When I review documents, I help people understand the processes. It's not just writing. I help you understand the process. So, and I have a doctoral community, which is what we're talking about this season. Having a doctoral community is so important because you have the people who are there who understand. Just last Monday, I was going through, on my call on Monday night, I was going through this process of giving feedback. And at the end of the feedback session, one of the other people in the group said, thank you so much, because I was beginning to feel like it was just me being frustrated.
No.
But the feedback that you're giving this person and walking them through their emotions is making me realize that I'm normal. Listen, being frustrated is normal during the journey.
Normal.
This is your baby. I use the analogy often. People are calling your baby ugly sometimes, but and that's frustrating and it's disappointing. But having a doctoral community is going to help you through. And I'm thankful to provide that. If you want to learn more about my doctoral community, go to drkesslin.com. It's at the bottom of your screen, drkesslin.com. And I also give a free strategy call, 30 minutes, because I'm committed. We talked about commitment last time. I'm committed to the cause. So go to drkesslin.com/schedule to schedule your 30-minute call or to learn more about what I do. But that's what I would suggest to you. Get into a community.
Get in the community. Get in the community. And again, it's normal. So it's normal. Embrace the fact that you're frustrated. Accept it, acknowledge it, and then figure out what to do from here. Yep. I am frustrated. I want to quit. I acknowledge it. It doesn't make me a bad person.
No.
It is normal.
And it doesn't make you a failure.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make you a failure.
It is par for the doctoral course.
Absolutely.
To be frustrated, to have feelings where you want to quit. That is why you have a disappointment and a frustration management plan. Yes. And the first step in that plan is finding yourself in a community where you can safely vent your frustrations and for people to say, that is normal, you are okay, what do we do next? And there's
Yes.
another thing. Stop revisiting what you can't revise. It happened, it's over, it's
Hello,
done.
hello, wait. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. There you go again. There you go. Dr. Oism. Stop revisiting what you can't revise. Hello. Stop revisiting what you can't revise. Okay, I didn't just want you to go ahead and move on past that. Like we didn't just hear that.
Because
Come on.
most of our frustration is because we continue to revisit that which is dead and buried. It's gone. It's over.
Yeah.
It's done. Like, okay, you wrote. I, listen, this has caused me about 2 years of my research. Okay, I did a lit review. I submitted it. I was like, this is going to be it. This is going to be the topic. We're super excited. And they said no. Like, no, you cannot, no. As in, no, 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 no. Move on. So my dissertation chair had all these great ideas. And he's like, okay, from what they said no to, we can tweak this, and this, and do something new. But I was so pissed that they said no, that I kept going back to it. And I'm saying, no, like, how can we make this work? Like, how can, and he kept saying, they said no. Like, they said no. You coming in here trying to rewrite something they said
You're trying
no
to strong arm him at this point.
it's not going to work. Stop revisiting what you cannot revise. It happened. Get over it and move on. And if you don't, it's going to cost you. Listen, the friends are gone. They already told you, if you put this research over us, then we're going to stop inviting you. So now you're trying to rearrange your writing schedule so that you can be available for outings with them. Listen, that's done. We're done. We're done. Because if they don't have the grace to give you the space
She's preaching now,
in this process, then you don't, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you on the soap, but you preaching. Yeah.
Stop revisiting what you can't revise. Stop revisiting.
That's a lesson.
What you can't revise, because that's where your frustration lies.
Yeah. Oh, she just added to it. Did y'all get that? Stop revisiting what you can't revise, because therein, that's where your frustration lies. Come on, that's a wrap, somebody. That's a Dr. Oism for the day. That was good. That was good. Man.
I'm done.
Let the church say amen. It's time for the benediction. Mercy. That was good. No, but that's true. It's so true. It's so true. That was good. All right, y'all. As if you don't, we got some doctor's orders and then we're out of here. We have some doctor's orders and we're out. We have some doctor's orders. So we've been talking about a doctoral community and the doctoral community, what it gives you and how you should find it and some of the benefits. Last week, we started talking about who you need to stay away from, who should not be in your community. People who are negative, people who are overbearing, those who are inflexible, and those who lack commitment. You don't need them in your doctoral community. Let me give you a few more tonight. And then we'll let you go, hopefully, because, we get on our tangents. So, who you do not need in your doctoral community are folk who are drama or conflict prone.
Say that.
You don't need them in your community. The reality is that this process takes so much energy. It takes more energy than you even are aware of. It takes a lot of energy. People who are negative, who are conflict prone, drain you of the little bit of energy you have. You do not need them in your circle. Those people who like to pick a fight. Those people who get their thrill out of arguing about anything. I heard one person say about another person, you can prove a point up one side and prove the opposite point down the other side.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you
good.
just like to argue.
That's
You
good.
don't need those people in your life. You don't need those negative, drama prone people in your life, especially during this time. They should not be in your doctoral community. This is a big one. This is a big one. People with hidden agendas. People with hidden agendas. Be cautious of those who have ulterior motives.
Oh, yes.
And how do you know? The Bible says, by their fruit,
Well,
right? You'll know them, right?
well.
So look at their past history. Look at what they've produced. If it's not good, or if it's completely self-serving, or if they have another agenda, which is usually about benefiting them and less about benefiting you, then you don't need them in your life. I'm not talking about those who have relationships who are mutually beneficial. I'm talking about those who have a hidden agenda, using the community primarily for personal gain. You don't need those people in your doctoral community, right? And let me just caveat, turn left or right. I'll turn left. Some of those people, oh, I might get in trouble for this one,
Ooh,
but
say it anyway.
Some of those people might be at your university,
Ooh,
on your doctoral committee.
ooh.
They're less interested in your work and more interested in the ulterior motive of themselves and their work. This is a political process in many cases. So I'm not saying just cut them, but you need to manage that relationship, because those folk have a hidden agenda that is not mutually beneficial. Just breathe. And the last one. People who are egocentric and they show egocentric behavior, which is connected to a hidden agenda. You want to avoid those people who prioritize themselves over you and your work. You are the doc student. You are the doc candidate. You are paying money to get the support. You and your process and your progress should be the focus. It's not about them. It's about you. And if the person can't put your needs at least in the top 3 category of their folk with priorities, their priority categories, then you might want to look elsewhere. They're more focused on themselves. I heard someone else say the other day that this person, no matter what I say, always turns it in their favor.
Yep.
It's always about them. It's not about my feelings. It's not about my writing frustrations. It's not about my financial challenges. It's not about my health. It's about them. And I said, well, then you need to consider how you can renegotiate that relationship or let it go. Because as a doctoral student candidate, it should be about you.
Yeah.
All right. At least a mutually beneficial relationship. So listen. The people you don't need in your doctoral community, those who are drama and conflict prone, those who have a hidden agenda, and those who are egocentric. You put them in the category with folk who are negative, overbearing, and flexible, and lack a commitment. Listen, those are the doctor's orders. Talk to me, O.
Wow. Selah.
Selah.
In this process, we have to be careful. We talked about fear and frustrations and wanting to quit, and all those feelings are very real, very normal. But we have got to be careful who we vent to, because vents go into other rooms. So when you end
Wait a minute! That's the third for today.
But listen.
Vents? No, really. Vents.
They go into other rooms.
Go into other rooms.
Whoa! So listen,
so be careful who you vent to.
Be careful. When you indiscriminately open your mouth in the wrong environments, in the wrong spaces, to the wrong people, it leads to your demise.
Yes. Yes. Because they're going to use what you say to benefit them.
Because their ambition will always fabricate an assignment against you. And they will use
the fourth Oism. Mm-hmm.
They will use what you said against you.
Yes.
So you have to be careful who you vent to.
Absolutely.
Because the vents, they will go into other rooms.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Listen, drop the mic, wrap the show, call the preacher to say the benediction. I'm done.
Avoid those people. Do not share with those people. Do not, you know them by their fruit. Do not share. Get in a community that is a safe space, that is there to help you, that will speak the truth and love to you, that will share with you, that you can say, I feel like quitting, and then it not go to the dean and they're going to quit. They're going to sign their resume. And you're thinking like, what just happened? You have to be able to vent your frustrations in safe spaces, in community.
Yes.
In community. And these are not the community people that you want. And they could be at your university, and they could be in your department.
And they could be in your family.
And they could be a lot of them are because of jealousy. Yes. Because they didn't, they're not pursuing what they need to pursue. Yes. And here's the thing. We're not saying that these are bad people.
Right.
We're just saying these are the people that you don't want in your community.
Not because this process is too important.
Too important.
It's too important. The reality is that people's lives will depend on your doctoral 100%. Research. And there are some people who disagree. There's some, I heard one person say to me once, really, I've never known anybody to save a life from their doctoral research. I'm like, well, I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Your doctoral research has a purpose.
Yes.
And it is to change situations and circumstances. Yes. This process is almost sacred to me.
Yeah.
It is a sacred responsibility to change the world, to make a dynamic difference. You can't bring folk who don't have your best interest into your sanctuary to do this sacred work.
You cannot.
You must be very, very specific with who you invite in. Yeah. And the negative, naysayers, overbearing, egocentric folk, you can love them from a distance.
From a distance.
In regards to this process. You may lose some folk along the journey, but, or you may put them on pause.
On pause.
As my child said, you may put them on red. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. My kids say that too. What does that even mean?
Put me on red. I don't know, but then you may have to put some folk on red, okay? Whatever that means during this process. But you will be all right. All right, here we go. Let's wrap up.
Listen, we only 17 seconds, 17, 15.
18, doing the doctorate. All right, Doc, what's up for this week? Are you still resting? We will wrap up within the next 30 seconds. Are you resting? Okay,
I'm still resting. I'm resting and writing. Resting and writing.
Resting and writing. That's important. Yeah. I'm getting ready for our NACSW convention, which is in November 9th through 12th in Pittsburgh. If you are a Christian in social work or you are a social worker, please come join us, nacsw.org, nacsw.org to register. And I am working on our Doctoral Success Summit, November the 17th. You can register at doctoralsummit.com or go to Dr. Kesslin and go to trainings and you'll see it there. All right.
Awesome.
Doctoral Summit. All right. Listen, we're wrapping up. I cannot leave you without saying and reminding you that your research matters. The doctoral degree, it is not merely a degree of intelligence. It is a degree of persistence, and we are here to help you persist. Why? Because your research matters.
Your research matters.
We gotta go.
Listen.
Okay, 7, 6. Love y'all. Love you, Mom and Dad. 5, 4. Talk to you later. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
We made it.
Oh, goodness.